And now it's time for a bum review with Chelsea A. Bum. Tonight's review, Preventor in Future Shock.
Oh my god, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life! There's this guy named Preventor. Well, at least I think he's Preventor. Even he's not sure if he's Preventor. He really should have finished that cure for Alzheimer's. And he keeps having all of these weird daydreams. Walking to the store.
Flashback!
Brushing my teeth.
Flashback!
But it turns out that none of this was real, and he was just dreaming all along. Phew, that's a relief. So that was Future Shock. What? There's still a whole movie to review. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. There is this lady called Isis, and she's a superhero who can freeze things. She's just like that queen from that movie who froze things. Let it snow. Let it snow. This gag is really old. And Isis is sealing up the entrance to an abandoned old warehouse. But then boom! One last monster breaks out. And he's like, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And Isis is all like, that gag is really old. Yeah! So Inigo Montoya comes charging at her. And he's wearing all this really badass armor. Seriously, he's like a gold-plated ass. And I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be so freaking epic. But then Isis just freezes him and then cuts him in half. Wow, that was kind of anticlimactic. Maybe we should have got the Dread Pirate Roberts instead. But meanwhile, while all of this is going on, we cut over to M.B. King. You remember M.B. King? So Milton Bradley is a big bad gangster. And he's all like, I used to be such a big bad gangster man, but now everyone I know is dead. In retrospect, maybe releasing a bunch of ghosts to destroy the world was a bad idea. But at least I have my treasures. All of Preventor's gadgets. I got them on sale from the infomercial network. Zap, 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 zap. But then Electron shows up! And Electron is all like, you betrayed me, King! And King is all like, eep! And then they fight! And while all of this is going on, Isis is outside and a ball of fire zips past her head. And she turns around and it's the Human Torch! And the Human Torch is all like, I would have ruled this world if it weren't for you kids and your meddling dog! And Isis is all like, that gag is really old. And then they fight! And meanwhile, while all of this is going on, Preventor is still having weird daydreams about whether or not he is actually Preventor. Who am I?
Flashback!
Back with M.B. King and Electron. Electron has turned himself into a giant bug zapper. And he's all like, come at me, bro. And King is all like, okay, yeah! Oh, man, I should not have come at him, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you now. What? Ah! Electron kills Kings. Dead. Meanwhile, with Isis and the Human Torch, Isis is all like, this heat is so radiant. And the Human Torch is all like, radiant heat, nice name. I think I like supernova better. Wait, what? Boom! And then the Human Torch explodes! Hooray? I don't know, that was kind of anticlimactic. And then Isis runs into the building next door and is surprised to see that Electron is there. And she's all like, John, what did you do? And Electron is all like, my name's not John, it is Electron. How about Electron? Shut up, you are not the boss of me! Sibling rivalry. Electron is busy stealing all of King's treasures. I don't see why he needs to steal them. He could just order them off the infomercial network like everybody else. And one of the things he steals is a suspended animation machine. But when he turns his back, Isis steals the suspended animation machine. And Electron is all like, I really need to quit turning my back on people. Of course he's suspended, so it sounds more like... So then Isis runs off to where she's been keeping Preventor, and she reanimates him. And he wakes up and he's all like, oh man, I had the weirdest dream. But it wasn't a dream, it was a place. And you were there. And Isis is all like, that gag is really old. And so Preventor is looking at the suspended animation machine, and he figures out that it works by shifting energy. And he's like, aha, I've got an idea, Janet. It's Isis now. Yeah, whatever, come on, And they go back to Electron, who is now starting to wake up. And he's like, oh man, I just had the weirdest dream. And you were there.
We already did that bit.
Darn it. Electron takes back the suspended animation machine. And he's all like, only I get to make pop culture references. And he puts Preventor back into suspended animation. Or so he thinks. Because, surprise! Preventor rigged the machine to drain all of Electron's superpowers. And now he is just plain old John. And he's all like, why would you do this to me? And Preventor is all like, well, you were kind of being a bit of a douche. Ask Janet. It's Isis now! Yeah, well, whatever. Ring, ring, progresso. And it's Stan Lee! And Stan Lee is all like, Preventor, don't you think it's time to retire? You're older than me. Yeah, but then who do I hand the reins over to? Give them to Isis. Who? Janet. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This gag is getting really old. Yeah, it kind of is. And so Preventor looks at Isis and he says, Isis, I charge you with protecting the Earth. So keep doing what I've been doing? Yeah, pretty much, basically. And John is all like, so what do we do now, brain? And Preventor is all like, the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Make bad YouTube movies. And then they ride off into the sunset. The end. So that was Future Shock. Hooray! The Sword of Souls has been vanquished. John is no longer being a douche. And Preventor can now finally take that vacation in Hawaii. Or go on a fishing trip. Or go to the KFC, whatever. Point is, there's no crime. And so ends a great era of a full-grown man wearing women's underwear. This is Jessie A. Fun saying, change! You got change! Ah, come on, change! Come on! I want to go on a vacation in Hawaii too! No, you know what? No, that is not the it. There is something that has really been bugging me. Okay, so Preventor's son Matthew died in the mockumentary, right? But in this movie, Matthew comes into his bedroom and tells him it's time to get up. But Matthew looks exactly like Herman Schwartz from the last movie. Did Matthew not actually die? Did he just hit his head and get amnesia and start a new life with a new name? In Hawaii? Is Preventor the father of Herman Schwartz? And for that matter, isn't Preventor Electron's granddaddy? Stay out of my way, Grandpa! Oh my god, what a plot twist! Electron is Preventor's grandson! And if Isis is Electron's sister, then that means Herman Schwartz is the father of both Isis and Electron? Even though he's clearly like 10 or 20 years younger than them? Oh my god, I am so confused! This is one screwed up family tree! This is Jessie A. Fun saying, change! You got change! Ah, come on, change! Come on! I need the money for a paternity test. This